Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Carly, if you've never been here before, and if you have, then thank you so much for coming back. So, today I'm going to show you the secret to looking very good and healthy without looking like you have put anything on your face, aka my no makeup routine. I got some old staple favorites that I have to show you today, but also some added favorites that you might have seen left and right popping by, some discoveries that I made. It's quite an extensive tutorial because this is the no makeup look that I go for if I have like time to invest. If I'm honest, if I'm in a rush, I'll just blop on some concealer, do my brows, put on some mascara and leave the house. So this is a more extensive no makeup routine, but it's the one that I really like. Yeah, without blabbing on, because that's something that I do a lot, I'm going to show you what I'm using today. I'm going to use two favorites that you might have seen popping by a couple of times, mixed in together. I'm going to use the Hema Shake It Up Skin Tint in the shade 01 Natural Tan, which is my new love and everything. I've used this almost every day since I bought it. It's amazing. It's such great quality, vegan, cruelty-free. I've done an entire video about the Hema Before Anyone Else line. I will link that in the description if you haven't watched it yet, but this is the shiz. And for a bit of extra glow and health and luminosity, I'm going to mix in the Charlotte Tilbury Hollywood Flawless Filter in the shade 01 Fair. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to mix these two in together. I'm going to use my good old trusty b.a.e Cosmetics number 3 flat top kabuki brush. You've seen this 7,000 times. I'm going to mix in the two and just dot it around my face. And I'm focusing this mainly on the center part of my face because that's the area that I tend to get most discoloration. And I try to keep most of the skin like relatively bare because that will only add to the you're wearing nothing illusion. And I'm just gonna blend that in. And as you have seen in my other tutorials, I completely skip my forehead because I have a fringe, so I don't really think it's necessary to add any product there. Okay, so this is the biggest part of the base done. As you can see, it's quite glowy, it's quite radiant, healthy looking, and that's exactly what we're going for because we want to look like we've slept for 24 hours and drank 7 gallons of water, whilst actually we've been up all night eating junk, watching Netflix and drinking nothing but energy drinks. Next step, concealer. I got two with me. One I'm going to use for underneath my eye, one I'm going to use for around any areas that need a little bit more coverage or a little bit more attention, color correction, whatever. So for underneath my eyes, I'm going to use the Hema Before Anyone Else No More Spots Concealer in the shade 01. And for around the face, I'm going to use the Makeup Revolution Conceal and Define Concealer in the shade C3. So I'm going to start off with underneath the eyes because it's done in a jiffy really. And this has a nice, I don't know if you can see, little slanted doe foot applicator, which I think disperses like the exact right amount of concealer because I don't like to have a lot of concealer underneath my eyes. And it's quite pigmented. It's not full coverage, but it's quite pigmented, which is something that I really like for underneath the eyes. So I'm just going to blend that in using a concealer buffer by Zoeva. And as you can see, it just blends in with the skin, but just gives a little bit of that brightness underneath the eyes without making it too obvious that you're wearing like a shitload of concealer. That's underneath the eyes done. And then for around the face, I'm going in with that Makeup Revolution concealer on any spots that I feel like can use a bit more attention. I have a very potent scar on my chin that just doesn't seem to want to go away. I've been rubbing marula oil on it every single day, and it just doesn't want to fade. So I think we have a nice little face souvenir added to the collection. Oh, talking about face souvenirs, you might have noticed my septum. I'm sorry, I haven't even addressed it. Yeah, so I got a septum piercing. I've been wanting this for I think 3 or 4 years. I've been so in love with it. It hurt like, it hurt really. People told me like, oh no, I've had some cartilage piercings done, so they were like, oh no, this is gonna be fine, this is not a cartilage piercing, you're gonna be absolutely fine. But it was hella sensitive, and I cried a little. I also think it's a natural response to cry, but also it stung quite a bit, so yeah. Okay, so next, now we got the base done, I'm going in with a little bit of shaping and definition. I'm going to use the NYX Cosmetics Wonder Stick. I believe this is in the shade WSO1 Light Medium. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the contour end and slightly put down a bit of contour. Okay, so whilst you're looking ridiculous, you can contemplate life. And I'm going to use the Real Techniques stippling brush to blend that out. And what I'm doing is literally just stamping it in the direction that I applied the product, not moving it up, not moving it down, because I want that focus to be exactly where I put it. So we got a little bit more shape going in the face area. What I'm going to do now is add some blush to make it all look like one. So I'm using the Stila Convertible color in Lillium, which looks like this. And I'm going to use that on my stippling brush also. Tapping some off on the back of my hand and then onto the apple of the cheek. Where you naturally flush, I take it a little bit up. So then for my highlight, I am choosing a cream product. This is also new. This is also from the HEMA Before Anyone Else collection. This is the Global Highlighter in the shade 01 Jupiter. And I'm just going to apply this straight to my face. And the nice thing about this is this gives like a wonderful glow, but it's not lifting up any of that base. Except for on the nose, which is why I usually apply that with a finger. Okay, so next up I am going to do my eyebrows, and I'm going to use the NYX Professional Makeup Micro Brow Pencil in the shade Taupe, which is just one of these tiny brow pencils. You know them, like with a tiny nib and a spoolie at the other end. So I'm just going to do my brows as I would naturally, and I'll be right back with you. So this is the eyebrows filled in with the pencil. Why I chose a pencil over a brow pomade or a brow powder is because I think with this you can be a bit more precise and you can mimic the hair strokes almost like with an angled brush and a pomade, but in a softer way. Which to me, when you fade it with either a spoolie, when you make it look a little bit more natural when you're applying a brow mascara, it just looks more like a natural brow than I can achieve with a powder or a pomade. So this to me really contributes to the I'm not wearing anything makeup look. Also, I am going in with the Essence Make Me Brow Brow Mascara in the shade 1 Blondie Brows. This is such a beautiful product and so easy. And the brows really do put together this look, in my opinion. Okay, now I'm going to apply a little bit of mascara. This is the HEMA Before Anyone Else 3D Effect Waterproof Mascara. I've been using this for a little bit now, and I've already mentioned that I don't like it for my bottom lashes. I still don't like it for my bottom lashes, but for my top lashes I've been noticing something. When I apply more coats on top of each other, this starts to crumble. So what you have to do with this is be very careful in the amount of layers that you put on, because if you do it too thickly, it will crumble and you'll have all these nasty black bits down your cheeks, which is, to me, not a really good look. If that's your thing, girl, that's your thing, do your thing. But I've been noticing that with this, and I think this has also something to do with that waterproof formula. So yeah, still really debating whether I like this or not, but the effect and the curl and the volume that it gives to my lashes just makes me want to keep using it because I really like it. And this is at the moment the only cruelty-free mascara that I own, but I'm really on the hunt for something like this, a mascara like this, which is also good for bottom lashes and that doesn't crumble, preferably is not waterproof. So if you have any recommendations for me, please leave them down in the comments. Okay, so for now I'm just going to apply a thin coat of mascara, right getting in there at the roots. Can you see that? That makes all the difference to my eyes. So applying a thin, or well thin, just a normal regular coating of mascara. I usually go ham on this. I just do 20 layers, I don't know, I just really like that. So yeah, there we go. So for the finishing touch on this No Makeup look, I'm just gonna put a High Shine Clear Gloss on my lips. This one is by the Hema regular brand, their High Shine Lip Gloss. And there we go. Okay, so that concludes my no makeup look, featuring quite a lot of products for being a no makeup look, but making you look like you've just woken up from the most beautiful beauty sleep that you have ever taken, without really spoiling that you're wearing a lot of makeup. I hope you guys enjoyed this. If you have any recommendations for me regarding the cruelty-free mascara that I can use, that is maybe not waterproof and that I can use on my bottom lashes, as mentioned, please leave it in the comments down below. If you have any other recommendations for me or anything else you would like to see from me, please leave everything in the comments down below. I read everything, I try to reply to everything as best I can. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you all in my next one. Bye!